Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense coming out the gates, first drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
One team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Give to the running back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Catch in the middle, it's Burks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Burks. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Into the end zone. Trying to barrel in. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Richmond.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They bring the punter onto the field now. That first punt was a beauty. Did take another one just like it. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. That's caught. It's Gibson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
The Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And the Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Taken down at the 49. And now first down for the offense.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. He's got it. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Oh, that's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Now the play fake. Still looking on the move. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wideout trying to get it in. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
Number 12 with the catch and score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll run it from the gun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Huggins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into left corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Jukes his way for more. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Floating away. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic. We've got fast guys, too. At that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Morris. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
QB draw. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout by the offense.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Leaves it with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Brings up second down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
On 3rd down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Richmond. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I love the defense balance. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Got his man down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for space, it's Ott. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Huggins. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It's a really nice job making the play. You think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years, but a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
To the air, it's Mateer. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll try the run. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabs it in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have and how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, it's Burks. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Caught in the backfield, it's Huggins. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Burks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Ott. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
That's caught. It's Huggins. The Sooners will move the sticks.
Yeah, That's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Off the RPO, complete.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. In the red area, it's Ott. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
The Sooners are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Baxter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ott. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. And it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
A 1st down run in the red zone. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fit it in the window for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his man. It's Ross. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, it's
unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their team is their secondary, and you saw it there in mix against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll start this drive going to the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top. And he's got it at the 20. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He caught it! And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Trying to barge in. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. "35 seconds remaining. They'll line up for the onside kick to try to pull this thing out. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.